What's going on, y'all? It's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, another Taco Tuesday. What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city say, what up, though? What up? What up, though? Hey, I hope everybody's having the smoothest, the coolest, and the 100% truest Taco Tuesday that they ever did have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this for everybody, coming on in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for your girl. Replay gang, hit the thumbs up button for your girl. Share, subscribe if you haven't. It's free 99. So, yeah. Hope everybody's doing wonderful. And yeah, I just wanted to, bring some stories to y'all, some trending topics. Let's start with. So, the other day I was talking about we seen that there was a double unaliving at an auto shop. They have found somebody and he is in custody. And I'm gonna let y'all hear about it. See what's going on. See if we're gonna be adding another scratch to on the calendar for the D-Ski, the 313. Good morning, my big sister Sean B is in the building. I hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and 100% the truest, best Taco Tuesday you could ever have. Thank you for tuning in. My big sister Sean in the building, y'all. All right. So here we go. We're going to start it off with this one. Oh shit! I did not want to do that. Yeah, she was tuned in. All right, here we go, y'all.
So today we're gonna see how many cards we can buy on the Whatnot app for $100. Just join the single stream here. Gonna see. Okay, we're at $11.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay warm because it is definitely nipply out there.
Vote.
We begin tonight with a family member of one of the two men gunned down at a used auto dealership. He says he was waiting right outside, and now he is opening up about the terrifying moment he realized his brother was not coming out. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. It's the news that devastated these families as well as the Shelby Township community. Now the suspect in that double murder is facing a judge and a slew of charges.
Tonight, 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley is listening to the victim's brother and learning about a possible motive in the murders.
The family of the victim who owned this dealership tells me the suspect was upset over rust he found in a Hummer purchased here about 2 months ago. They say he showed up 3 weeks later demanding a refund, threatening to kill the owner.
What would I say to this guy? I hope he rots in jail.
You're being charged with count 1 of homicide, murder in first degree premeditated.
46-year-old Terrence Jermaine Sandals arraigned on a bevy of murder, weapons, robbery, and drug charges in the double homicide at Star Auto Sales in Shelby Township Friday. The victims, 40-year-old Marvin Batu, owner of Star Auto Sales, and 48-year-old Gabe Babin, a customer and innocent bystander.
So it's just like too much, somebody that you were with all your life, and now he's just like randomly picked and gone.
Samir Najib is Gabe's younger brother. He says he was waiting in this Toyota Prius for Gabe as he was gunned down while paying off a car inside the sales office.
It's just the fact that I was like 15 feet away from him, oblivious to the surrounding and everything.
Police say Sandals fled the scene after the shooting. Police arrested him early Saturday morning at a hotel near Detroit Metro Airport, recovering evidence they say is connected to the crime in his hotel room.
I have no idea how much was the car, but I'm pretty sure they both worth a lot more than that.
Samir started a fundraiser to help support his brother's widow and 2 children. Friends, family, and strangers pitching in to help a family left fatherless.
He was just a straightforward, so innocent, so good, such a good father, such a good husband.
Samir says his family came to America from Iraq, and Gabe desperately wanted out to escape the violence there.
He ran away from something that he predicted, basically. He said, I don't want a stray bullet land on my head, and seems like from what I learned, he was shot from the back, so in his head.
Sandals is being held in the Macomb County Jail without bond. Shelby Township PD set to reveal more details about the case on Tuesday. I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
So heartbreaking. Thank you, Randy.
All right, now we got another. This happened in Oklahoma, y'all. This is very disturbing, and but I'm gonna let y'all listen. Prayers for this mother.
The police don't want you to know this.
They don't want you to know this. Drivers, if you...
Questions surround what sent an 18-year-old to the hospital with a traumatic brain injury because he had spent less than a day in the Oklahoma...
What's going on, Vanessa? 6285, Grand Rising. Thank you for pulling up on your girl. Hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and the 100% truest Taco Tuesday that you could ever have.
County Jail.
And the next time his family saw him, he was in the hospital. News 4's Lauren Henry spoke with the young man's mother.
Antonio Hendricks spent less than 24 hours at the Oklahoma County Jail. Now he's in a coma, fighting for his life. His family still searching for answers.
My primary question is what happened to my son and who did it.
According to court documents, Antonio Hendricks was pulled over for improper lane use near Southeast 44th and Sunny Lane. Police ended up arresting Hendricks after finding a gun in his waistband. They say he also didn't have a valid driver's license. We requested the body cam footage of the moments Oklahoma police officers took Hendricks into custody. It appears...
What's going on? Kim Cole-01M. I hope you're having the coolest and the smoothest and the 100% truest Taco Tuesday you could ever have. Thanks for pulling up on your girl, you know. Appreciate you, you know. Thank you. Welcome.
He is talking and walking normally. We know he made it to the county jail where this mugshot was taken.
The last call we received from Antonio was about 11:45 a.m. The next call I received was at 6:14 p.m. saying that my son was in intensive care at SSM Midtown.
According to Mark Opgrand with the Oklahoma County Jail, Hendricks was booked into the jail at 7:15 Friday night. Hendricks' mother, Clovia Long, says the family paid the 18-year-old's bond that evening.
That jail had told us that they can have a 24 to 48-hour process to process him out.
Normally, this is what Hendricks looks like. The next time his mother saw him, he was hospitalized.
Antonio has heavily been sedated, placed in a coma. He's doing better. They didn't find any more bleeds in the brain, but he still has a long way to go.
But how he ended up with a traumatic brain injury remains a mystery. His family is desperate to find out what happened to him after this photo was taken. The Oklahoma City Police
We know what happened. Them dirty blue men.
Hendricks had no injuries or medical needs.
In my
when they
opinion.
took him to the jail. He spent the next 19 hours behind bars under the supervision of jailers. And the spokesman for the jail tells us Hendricks was officially released from their custody Saturday afternoon at 2:25. Less than 30 minutes after the jail says he was released, Hendricks was in St. Anthony Hospital's emergency room.
I was told by
I
the
know you're
physicians
lying.
here at St. Anthony's that Antonio was transported via EMSA, and that it was the jail that called IMSA and released him to IMSA.
Jail officials have given us little information about this case.
I bet.
Only saying an individual who was recently booked into our facility was transported to the hospital upon release. Hendricks' mother says their family has been left in the dark.
No mother wants to see their child laying in a bed with tubes in their throat. My baby can't speak to me. As of right now, I can't even touch him. I can't kiss him because they don't want him agitated to cause him any further complications. So I'm just stuck here wondering, what may be my son's outcome.
In Oklahoma City, Lauren Henry, Oklahoma's News 4.
Prayers for that mother. Very, very unfortunate. But, these blue men need to get some more integrity, in my opinion.
However, we then sent the spokesperson several examples from
It's an ongoing thing. It needs to stop. Will it ever? All right, and then we got this story.
We begin with breaking news tonight on Detroit's West Side. Right now, police are searching for the shooter who gunned down 2 people. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Terrence Friday.
Oh, hold on. So, yup, for the 313, we're going to add another scratch to the calendar. I think we're at 7 days straight. Someone has been unalived in the 313, or multiple people. Okay, but wait. Doctor, how would he be agitated? He's in a coma. Make that make sense. That's what I'm saying. And then, how can he be released? How can I say, Miss Shawn, he was released, and then 30 minutes later, he was in the hospital, but then they were like, the jail was the one who took him to the hospital. Like, what? I don't know. They be doing what they want, and it's scary. So my best advice to anybody is try to stay the hell up out that mother effing justice system, because they do what they want.
near Puritan and Linwood. CBS News Detroit's Julia Avan joins us live from DPD headquarters with the latest.
Yes, it's definitely a tragic night in the city tonight. 2 men are dead, and police are now searching for who is responsible.
At 6:05 p.m., officers from the 12th precinct responded to a police run on the 2900 block of Puritan.
From all directions, police were blocking the road, many pathways covered in caution tape as we learned the details about what happened Monday night. Captain Timothy Jones, who oversees the area, shared what he could about what happened. He says when police arrived to the scene, they found 2 men shot in a building.
I agree, Miss Shawn. I agree.
The other victim was taken to a nearby hospital where he died. We overheard people at the scene saying they knew the victims.
The Detroit Police Department would like to offer our condolences, thoughts, and prayers to the family and friends of the victims.
Because as of right now, it is unclear who is responsible for killing these 2 men. The Detroit Police Homicide Section is now over this active investigation, so if you know anything tonight, please call DPD or 1-800-SPEAK-UP in front of Detroit Public Safety Headquarters. I'm Julia Avan, CBS News, Detroit.
All right. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yes, Miss Shawn, sounds like they took him out of Larry Green from Baltimore ride. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with my big sis Shawn on that one. All right, so now this story coming at y'all. It's a very hateful world we live in my opinion. Very, very hateful, and it's really sad. But just try to avoid the hate and be the best that you can, I guess, and as long as you do that, you should be okay. All right, another hate crime in the 313.
Has room for business or pleasure. Its spacious interior combines family and functionality. Lease
Right, Miss Sean. That's what I'm saying. They showed the dash cam of him being arrested in the gun in his the gun in his waistband. And I know, you know, that picture you guys seen. He looked scared. Shit, he was like, you know, I mean, and I can say this for myself. Like, I know even when I am squeaky nose clean and no nothing, and them blue boys get behind me, I'm still nervous. Shit, and I don't like that feeling. Like, you know, even though I don't have nothing to worry about, I'm still nervous, and that's a damn shame. So I can only imagine him, man. Again, I hope he can pull through. Prayers for his mother, and yeah, and hopefully they can get some justice.
He was calling me, Well, closer to downtown, police say two same-sex couples were attacked by two men on a drunken rampage outside MGM Casino.
Investigators are calling it a hate crime. Fox 2's Jessica Dukenack is live.
Oh yeah, that part. There ain't none.
Root Terror, there is videos of some of this ordeal. We'll show you in a minute, but for now, a 26-year-old man from Texas is charged with a hate crime and multiple assault charges. He allegedly punched a woman unconscious and then kept punching her while she was down. Then he tried to get away.
So why'd you walk up on us?
He was calling me he, she, like she's so tough, like whatever that thing is. Two same-sex couples waiting for their valet at MGM Casino downtown Detroit earlier this month, approached by these two men.
I want to say that the reason why he did come to us and try to, you know, start stuff with us is because they were holding hands and we were holding hands.
Chelsea Wade says she tried to be nice at first, but the men were incoherent and aggressive, putting their arms around them.
Then he comes over to David and tries to do the same thing, and David's over him, and then that's when everything comes
God bless me.
like a disaster.
From 0 to 60, the one who police identified as William Wilson from Texas whips out his phone and hurls slurs towards the couples, then allegedly hurls punches at Chelsea's wife, Celia Howder.
First thing I saw was the first punch. She fell on the ground. She's trying to get back up. He hits her again, and that's when she was completely unconscious.
Couple dozen stitches and a serious concussion.
I'm having trouble with my memory. I'm having trouble sleeping.
The two men ran off. Chelsea says she trailed Wilson for 3 miles, and he was ultimately arrested. Now charged with hate crime and multiple assault.
This is the man being charged with the hate crimes, y'all. And he beat the crap out of that girl, bro.
The correct term would be.
They say MGM security didn't help.
I went inside and asked for security before it even got physical. I
Your
asked
phone's
for
open.
help, and nobody came out to help.
We reached out to the
Oh,
casino
thank
for
you.
comment
Thank you,
and
Vanessa.
referred
Thank you.
us solely to Detroit police, who confirmed the details and said they are investigating.
Nobody deserves what happened to me, what happened to my family, what happened to us should have never happened to anybody.
And these couples are very concerned about how MGM security handled all of this. It's a casino, right? So there's cameras everywhere. We wanted to know maybe MGM's side of things, see some of that video, but they punted to Detroit police for any and all information.
Oh, we know that. Let's see what Miss Kim said. Miss Kim says, if he has some brain swelling, any stimulation will cause increased brain activity, and they probably want rest till swelling is down. Okay. In response to the coma agitation. Okay, Miss Kim. All right, y'all. So, y'all remember this guy? You know, the little boys? Well, he's going to be released. I don't know why. I don't know how. But again, this is America. He is on his way out. Man, this weather, guys, I got my first cold. My nose hurts from blowing it. I got the sniffles. It sucks. I got my first cold for winter time. So don't mind me over here sniffles a lot, you know. But man, it's bad. I keep sneezing. Man. It's crazy work. This is crazy. Where? Okay. So this happened in Ionia, Michigan. John Russell Skeleton, the father of the Skeleton brothers, who went missing in 2010, and nearing the end of his jail sentence. We remember Andrew, Alexander, and Tanner Skeleton were 9, 7, and 5 years old when they disappeared from Lenawa County in November 2010. The boys were last seen with their father. John Skeleton had spent time with the boys over the Thanksgiving holiday amid a divorce and custody dispute with their mother, Tanya. He was supposed to return them home to their mother on Black Friday, November 26, 2010. The brothers have never been found, and their whereabouts remain unknown. Police said they tracked John Skeleton's phone, leaving his home and traveling about 25 miles southwest into Ohio before returning to his home. For more than a decade, there have been more questions than answers in the disappearance of the 3 Skeleton brothers. John Skeleton claimed he gave the boys to a group, at times mentioning the Amish as that group. However, no such group has been identified or come forward, and Skeleton's story has changed since his initial claim. He is scheduled to be released from the Michigan Department of Corrections on November 29th, 2025, almost exactly 15 years since the boys were last seen. I think that's bullshit. That's crazy. 15 years, I mean, wait a minute. Let me see what is... Okay, John Skinner was sentenced in 2010 to 10 to 15 years for unlawful imprisonment. What? How? I mean, you can get him from that, but not, what? I don't know. But he's about to be free, y'all. I don't agree. That's my opinion. And here's another one. We're coming at ya. Ooh. We gotta do better, America. We gotta do better, Detroit. We got to. We gotta do better. That's it, and that's all. We have to. So this is Port Huron, Michigan. 3 18-year-olds have been arrested and charged in St. Clair County drive-by shooting. The St. Clair County Sheriff Office received a 911 call about 1:30 a.m. Saturday, November 8th, reporting a shooting at a home on Water Street in Port Huron. The suspect's vehicle was described as a white Pontiac G6. Shortly after, authorities said they received another 911 call regarding men in a white Pontiac arguing. Deputies performed a traffic stop on the vehicle and arrested 3 18-year-olds who were inside. A search of the vehicle reportedly uncovered an AR-15 style gun, ammunition, and multiple shell casings. The 3 18-year-olds were arraigned on felony charges Monday, November 10th. Cameron Maywell was charged with discharge of a firearm in at a building, discharge of a weapon from a vehicle, carrying a concealed weapon, use of a police scanner and commission of a felony, malicious use of telecommunications service, and 2 counts of felony firearm. Tristan Aldridge was charged with discharge of a firearm at a building, discharge of a weapon from a vehicle, and 2 counts of felony firearm. Bryant Hines was charged with discharge of a firearm at a building, discharge of a weapon from a vehicle, carrying a concealed weapon, and 2 counts of felony firearm. All 3 teens were given a $50,000 cash bond. 18 years old? Man, y'all wildin'. That's crazy. I mean, I was graduating high school when I had 18. I was still wildin', but I wasn't doing all that. But, hey. So, I also covered a story on a trending topic. We had a teenage female in her hospital bed who was at a Foot Locker, and the lady in front of her was irritated and decided to, poke her, and puncture her lung. And now this is the woman who did that, and she is in custody. Shame on you. But yeah, let me read this to y'all. Tiffany Williams. 42-year-old Tiffany Williams charged Monday after allegedly stabbing a teen at Kids Foot Locker. She's being held on a $250,000 cash bond with conditions and is charged with 4 felonies, including assault with intent to red rum. The stabbing happened last week at the sneaker store inside Southland Mall in Taylor, Michigan. According to police, a verbal altercation between Williams and a 19-year-old woman turned physical, and Williams allegedly stabbed her 4 times. The victim is recovering. She is, I played her video, and she let us know, and she has a punctured lung. I hope for a speedy recovery and definitely justice for you, baby girl. Because she's 42. Come on, man. You out here poking 19-year-olds. It's giving weak to me, in my opinion. You 40. Arguing and poking a child. In a sense, still. Okay. So now next, we got these, these, I don't get it. What is it with the shorties? Like, leave the shorties alone, man. Please. Because, man, leave the shorties alone. Man, I can't say it enough. One second, y'all, my bad. You ever have a sneeze, and you feel it, and you want it to come out so bad, and it won't? I can't stand that. I just want to sneeze. All right, y'all. We got Amanda Mason and Maurice Houle in court virtually on Monday, November 5th, 2025. Amanda Mason entered into a plea agreement and admitted to second-degree red rum in connection with the 2018 death of her 3-year-old son. A Michigan mother has admitted to killing her 3-year-old son, and now she will testify against her boyfriend in the case. Amanda, 33, of Port Huron, appeared before a judge in the 31st Circuit Court on Wednesday, November 5th, for the plea hearing. She took a plea deal and pleaded guilty to second-degree red rum. Matthew Mason. During the hearing, Mason said she was involved in a 2-year relationship with Maurice from 2016 up until the day of her 3-year-old Matthew Mason's death in February 2018. Mason admitted that Huell physically abused Matthew throughout the relationship and that she intentionally concealed her son's injuries from Child Protective Services and other law enforcement officials during investigation from 2016 through the murder investigation, the sheriff said. She also admitted that she had physically abused Matthew too. Wow. Mason said she shoved her 3-year-old son's head into a wall at their home during a military-style timeout. Wow. All right, Miss Shawn. Thank you. Yeah, something, man. Because, man, this is like, I don't really ever get sick, but I don't even call it sick. It's just like my sinuses are jacked up right now. Matthew Mason's red rum case, evidence of abuse by mother, former boyfriend, was shared in court. Amanda admitted that she willfully and wantonly allowed an environment to exist where Matthew would be systematically abused, and that those abused eventually resulted in Matthew's death, the sheriff office said. That's crazy. So she's gonna say all this and then testify against him, and they're gonna give her probation and throw the book at him, which in my opinion, they both need the same amount of time. They both need the same amount of punishment. I've been seeing this a lot lately. These parents are getting away with intentionally. You just heard what she said. Admitting it. Or accidentally, and I'm doing my quotations with my fingers, unaliving their children, and they're getting probation, or they're getting 1 year and 5 years probation. Like, what? There's people that might have got caught with some Mary Jane back in the day or something like this, dumb stuff, that are doing way more time. And in my opinion, if you do anything to a shorty, you're not getting the minimum. You're not getting a slap on the wrist. I don't care. I don't care if you've never been in trouble before or anything. If you do, when it comes to the shorties, they gotta be more. It's not that serious. I feel like it really, it's not, and I feel like they need to take it more serious. When it comes to the shorties, man, these babies don't deserve this stuff. Especially, they didn't ask to be here. She said, she admitted to abusing him and shoving his face in the wall to military style timeout. What? I mean, I've been around people in the military, and I never heard about, military timeout and shoving their face. Like, I know it was kind of, it was a little work, but it wasn't none of that. Like, I never heard a story like that about a military person being shoved in the corner. So then we have this story, a TikTok threat against Howell, and that's in Michigan. High school investigated. Offender admits it was a joke. So now, that's not a joke. We don't joke about things like that, Miss Mocha, how are you doing? I hope you're having the smoothest and the truest and the coolest Taco Tuesday you could ever have. Thank you for pulling up on your girl. Very much appreciated. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed to Mocha, she's wonderful. She be breaking it down with the real and the authentic and the raw, So I'm gonna go ahead and drop her link in the chat. If y'all haven't got a chance to check Miss Mocha out, my big sister Miss Mocha, go ahead, please do. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is free, cause she be bringing some good topics, So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop her link in the chat. And again, y'all, threats to the school, it is not a joke. Oh, I know my sinuses are all messed up. I'm all sniffly, so don't mind me over here. My nose is raw from wiping it constantly, and man, I got my first little head cold. Dr. J in the building. Good morning. I hope you're having the smoothest and the coolest and the 100% truest Taco Tuesday that you ever did have. But this is not a joke. Not a joke, okay? Stemming back, we all remember, Colorado, Columbine. That's like, I want to say the first. And and then like nowadays it's like, every other year or every year. And, we remember Sandy Hook. May all those babies rest in peace. Man, for real, Ms. Mocha. But yeah, Sandy Hook, I feel like, really started it, a big trend of it, because, we constantly are hearing about schools And another thing is I remember, I'm still a young grasshopper, but I don't remember it being such a big thing, like when Columbine happened, it was like it hit the world, like what is going on. But now it's just like the new thing, I guess. I don't know. There shouldn't be as many as schools being, pew-pewed at, in my opinion, But, again, back in my day, I don't remember it a lot, but let's think about this. Why do you guys think that the churches are constantly being pew-pewed at, and why do you think the schools are constantly, why are they targeting the churches and the babies? I think I can understand a little bit, in a sense, the churches, but why the babies? Why our babies? Why Father God's babies? Not our babies, he borrowed them to us, but Father God's babies. Why are they targeting them so bad? I've never, I've watched the news my whole life, and I love the news and stuff, but, never. I remember Andrea Yates, when that happened, everybody went crazy. They were like, what's going on? How could you do that? And now it's just, normal. It's normal for us, these mothers and these fathers. It's almost an everyday story, y'all. But back to Andrea Yates, man. That was worldwide. Miss Mocha said, Vanessa, I'm staying in these PJs for once. I haven't had a me day at home in a long time. I hope you enjoy your me day, Miss Mocha. You deserve it. You do. I hope you kick your feet up, and them PJs keep you nice and comfy all day long. And feel better, Jake. Thank you, Vanessa. Children are definitely a target today, and it's getting worse and worse by the day. And thank you, Michonne. She said, keep your hands, face. I got my, here. I got my hand sanitizer right here. Oh, I got to sneeze trying to come, guys. I want it to come out, man. Come on. Sorry. But yeah, most definitely thank you for that, Miss Sean. But yeah, I don't know. And then back in the day when it did involve the shorties, it wasn't the parents. Nah, the parents and the shorties, like Miss Mocha said, it's getting worse and worse every day. The mothers handing their babies over on a silver platter to the predators. What? It don't make no sense. And mom and dad, grandma and aunts and uncles and my sisters, if y'all hearing me right now, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much more than I ever did, because I'm just glad y'all aren't diabolical. So shout out to my family for not being diabolical. I love y'all for that even more. I just gotta say that, because everyone I used to think my family was so bad, but man, my family's 5 stars after watching the news every day. Girl, I'm going live today around noon. Okay. All right, I will be there. I definitely will be there, Miss Mocha. These locations are where we... Right, Sean? And Miss Vanessa said she's with you, Miss Mocha, on her day off, enjoying. And really quickly, sorry y'all, I have to do this real quickly. I want to drop my big sis Mocha's link in the chat. She's going live noon her time. I'm in Detroit, so that would be 1 o'clock my time. She's an hour behind, so yeah. Please do pull up on Miss Mocha with the real and the raw and the authentic. And this word of advice, if you don't want to know the truth, don't ask Miss Mocha, y'all. Because she gonna keep it a bing buck every time. And that's what I like about her. Because the truth is the truth, lie is a lie, and right is right, and wrong is wrong. And that's just it, All right, we got that link. I'm going to drop. It is in right now. Here we go. Miss Mocha's link is in the chat, y'all. There it is. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please pull up on my sis, my big sis Mocha. Hit that subscribe button. She be breaking it down in her own authentic, special way. It's Veterans Day to all veterans out there. Oh, is it Veterans Day? Oh yeah, it's 11th. Oh yup, Veterans Day. You're welcome, Miss Mocha. Anytime. To all the vets out there, you know. Salute to y'all for everything you did. You are appreciated in my world. You very much so are in my world. All right. So again, this isn't a joke, y'all. When it comes to the schools and the shorties, we gotta stop. Parents, you need to let your kids know, you know, like, this is not a joke. And again, be careful what you say out your mouth, because it could come back and bite you in the ass. Be careful with thy tongue. Joke or not. Yeah. Be careful what you let come up out that mouth. Right here. So y'all, we're at 7 days in a row with the scratch in the 313 with an unaliving or unalivings, 7 days straight. I wonder when I'll be able to, we'll be able to start over. But we are at 7 days in a row with the scratch. Right here, okay. How public schools is closed after a threat was made on social media, according to a letter from the superintendent sent to families. According to the superintendent, Aaron, the threat was made towards Howe High School on Snapchat. She said an investigation has been launched, and further was determined that the threat was made on TikTok, not Snapchat, with law enforcement getting involved. The letter says the law enforcement needs additional time to thoroughly investigate this matter, and that this closure is out of an abundance of caution. I mean, I know that's right. I definitely tread lightly on that one. A threat's a threat. You know, you did the right thing. I got one more for y'all, and then we go ahead and leave it at that. And you know, I'll be back later, going down the rabbit hole, or maybe we'll do the 6 G's, but I don't know yet. Yeah, Mocha is she's an angel for sure. Then we have this story right here. This woman, suspected drunk driver, crashes through Royal Oak Ultra after police stopped her from driving on train tracks. If you are drunk, don't drive. If you're impaired, don't drive, because you are impaired, okay? You are. We had a story. This was a man, I want to sneeze so bad. Oh. It was in Monroe, Michigan, Monroe County. It's just at the bottom of Michigan, you know, almost to Ohio. And it's kind of a, you know, I don't know how to say it, but like a Class A town, I guess. Real, you know, Class A town. And a woman, she was drinking and driving, and she had she was well known in the community. I can't remember what position she held, but she was very, very well known, and she was drinking and driving, very, very drunk. She was 3 times the legal limit, and they were having a birthday party, and it was a birthday party for a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and this woman drove through the building and unaliving both children, injuring several people. It was really, really sad. And she tried to make excuses. She tried to get bombed because she was well known. And it's like, it's like all these well known people, or, if you have money, you are privileged, and that's not the case. Wrong is wrong again, right is right. You feel me? It doesn't matter how well known you are. She tried to say she had a seizure, but that's not the case. You were 3, and it was in the middle of the day, guys. Not even at nighttime. I'm gonna break that one down and show y'all, because that was an intense one. Like, they almost had to move it because they didn't think she would get a fair trial, and it was nuts. I couldn't believe it. Miss Mocha says woo wee, but she missed the entire street. And that's one hell of a drunk. That part. Yeah. She had them beer goggles and the liquor goggles on, because she missed the whole assignment to stay on the road. But yeah, you guys, just a couple little trending topics I wanted to bring to y'all. Again, I got a couple stories, I want to break down with y'all. And again, PSA, I will be back in court tomorrow. Someone, trial is supposed to be taking place. Hopefully the defendant shows up. The judge did say that the trial is gonna be still going. They will start jury selection and move along with opening statements. So I will be in the courtroom tomorrow, and afterwards I will bring you guys the updates to see what's going on with our with what's going on with this case. And the baby that's in CPS care, So I just want to let everybody know that yes, I will be back in court tomorrow. And then there's another news story. I'll be in another courtroom. It's a new one. So I'm going to have a new story. This woman, she is accused of unaliving her 9-year-old son. His name is Zamir King. Justice for Zamir King. She allegedly smothered him, tied him up, and buried him in her backyard. She waived her right to her preliminary, so she will also her arraignment is bound. She was bounded over. Her arraignment is tomorrow, so I'll be in the courtroom with her as well, and I'm going to be bringing details to that story. And we got our girl London Thomas coming up. Her trial begins 12/5. I will be there for the trial. On 12/5 also, we're going to have a monster bus back in the courtroom, and they're all gathering for a final conference before February. The Judge Nicholas Hathaway wants to see everybody, and they're going to talk about some stuff, and I will be in the courtroom for that. So, we got a lot of stuff coming, So, I just want to let y'all know what will be going on, And remember, please hit that thumbs up button for your girl. Thank you, Miss Mocha. No, thank you. It's the least I could do. It's for the babies. It's for the better. And I love what I do. I have a passion for these babies and letting people know what's going on, really going on. Oh no, most definitely. I definitely am. And I appreciate y'all. And you guys know I like to end it like this. And remember, pull up on Miss Mocha. She's going live 12 o'clock. I like to end it like this, And again, please hit that like button for your girl. Thumbs up. Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin. We're smarter than we think. We are braver than we believe, and we're stronger than we seem, y'all. So everybody be smooth with it, be cool with it, and 100% true with it, And don't forget your Kleenex and bundle up, and your hand sanitizer, because it's going around, y'all. Everybody stay warm. Everybody in the chat, thank you, my sisters. Thank you, everybody who pulled up on me and hit that like button. It is very much appreciated. Vanessa, you stay smooth. Miss Mocha, be smooth. My sister Sean, be smooth. Kim, be smooth. Dr. J, be smooth with it. All right, y'all. I'm out.